Mike's Daily Podcast.
It's Labor Day weekend. It's a Labor Day weekend sale. Get your brand new $10 off chonies and other clothes here at Café Anyway. I'm your host, Mike Matthews, broadcasting from Café Anyway, located somewhere in Podcastro Valley. I'm on Café Anyway. The last place on earth. I am now bringing you part 2 of my travelogue to Florida. No, wait a minute.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
It was a fun trip, but you know what? Do you have a relative who smokes? I think smoking
Mike's Daily Podcast
is disgusting. And I know I might offend some of my listeners, but this podcast has only like 12 downloads, I think, or maybe a little bit less. I'm not sure, but there's sometimes days when no one downloads the podcast at all, and I feel really insignificant, and that's okay because it's Friday, and I only had a 2-day week.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
And that's fine with me. I like starting my week in the middle of the week. That's the way to start a week. Hey, manatees.
Mike's
I was going to
Daily
not talk about manaforts,
Podcast.
but manatees.
Yeah!
Because I love manatees. They're big. They're like a big, huge... They're basically elephants. Did you know that? They're related to elephants? That's right. And they love to eat. They're vegetarians. And they eat the vegetables. Oh my God. So that was in Florida, right? And I left Florida on Tuesday. That was the big night that Gilliam beat all the, look who walked in, other Democrats. And then the DeSantis beat all the other Republicans. Folks, outside of Florida listening to this show, look who just walked in. There were so many people running for frickin' governor in Florida. And like I talked about last show, the only people, look who else walked in, who watched the stupid commercials that ran ad nauseum. Basically, if you watched the 6 o'clock news in Florida, you would get a little bit of news, like 5 seconds of news, and then 12 minutes of stupid, horrible political ads. A bunch of and not just DeSantis and Gilliam. Gilliam is now won the Democratic primary. DeSantis won the Republican primary. Gilliam, DeSantis. And then DeSantis...
And here's today's podcast picture.
Used the word monkeying. Monkey. Don't you know you got to shock the monkey? Yeah, I'm singing Peter Gabriel. What do you think I'm doing? I'm singing an 80s song. Basil! Oh my God, he ran and chased after swallows yesterday. We have swallows. When the swallows go back to Capistrano. That's a song, and I don't know the other lyrics. But that's right. San Juan Capistrano gets a bunch of swallows. They're the birds that are so aerodynamically designed. They look like little boomerangs flying around. Let's all sing with the birdies singing. Tweet, tweet, tweet. And because Mr. Trump said that he liked DeSantis in a tweet, DeSantis won. Well, now DeSantis said something to the effect, I don't have the exact quote in front of me. I did not get a frontal lobotomy either. Ooh, I saw, what's it called? One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. Speaking of, I have that sound effect too. That's a very German thing, by the way, Cuckoo Clocks. Why Germans decided Cuckoo Clocks was a thing. We like to tell time, and we like the little birds who come out and go tweet, tweet, tweet. It's so nice. Oh. Germans. Hey, a bunch of people walked in, and let's say hi to them now. Hello, my commercials, Madame Rootabega. Was that an imitation of me? Say what? No. Look who else walked in.
Hello, Dave, Mike. This is Valentino. They're baking it, Dave. Did that make any sense? Look who just drove into Café Anyway.
Hey, it's Bison Bentley. Do you know that? And he just drove into Café Anyway. We got another big hole. Wow! Wow! I had to watch so much. That wow sound is the late, great, young Frankenstein, played by. I can't think of his name now. Shoot, that actor who was actually the best man at John Lennon's wedding to Yoko. Oh, it'll come to me. But he is. I had to watch so much. Everyone Loves Raymond. No, I think I watched 2.
Raymond, his brother. Raymond, I don't think you appreciate me as an older brother.
And they went to some Mets reunion. And all I know is Tug McGraw was there. And I think he's the father of Tim McGraw. And I used to play a bunch of Tim McGraw when I was doing the country radio thing. Don't take the girl. Doo-doo-doo-doo. I'm an Indian outlaw. Half Cherokee and Choctaw. Yeah, that was a big song in country radio in 93, 94. Tim McGraw, who married Faith Hill. It's your love. It just does something to me. And then Tim McGraw had a big hit, Live Like You Were Dying. And that song was somewhat decent. It's true. You should live like you were dying, even though that's very... It's sort of the sweet with the you better go live your life or you'll die because you're dying. It's just sort of not exact. It's weird that became a song that actually crossed over onto the pop charts. But enough about where was I? Let's follow the string all the way back, shall we? Let's see. We kind of got to jump over this cliff here and got to follow it all the way. We talked a little bit about Tug McGraw, about Everyone Loves Raymond, and Peter Boyle. Whew. And then we jump over this, and don't fall off that cliff. That's scary. And, oh, wow. Look at that sheer drop.
You've got to be kidding me.
That sheer drop. It's so sheer. You'll feel that in your face. Feel that wind blowing. Living on the edge. That was a little Aerosmith reference. We're jumping all over. I know. Jump around. House of Pain. Hey, here's what happened then. As we back all the way up. Back up. I don't have that annoying sound effect. I'm trying to take a nap at my house yesterday. And there's this dang. And that's the strongest, harshest curse word I can use right now. Dang. Car horn alarm going off every 5 seconds, and my street gets kind of busy. There's buses that drive up and down, and it's just going oh my god. It finally disappeared. I think it belonged to an annoying salesperson from AT&T who is trying to, I think they just put fiber optics, fiber cable coilables in the fiber network in my neighborhood, and he's all trying to get me to buy. Well, years ago, Comcast sent some people by my house, and they said, "Mike, we'll get you this great deal." They knew my name. That's scary. They accessed the database that Google gave them. Damn Google.
Great googly moogly.
And they said, "Mike, we can get you this great deal." And I was with AT&T at the time. And I go, okay, because all I want is internet. I don't care about anything else, because I'm cord cutting. That's where we were. And anyway, AT&T is trying to sell me on their fiber optics, which I might eventually get, but that stupid little pin-nosed kid. So here's what happened, is I bought, that Comcast kid this was like 5 years ago, said, "I'll get you this great deal." And so he wrote it down on a piece of paper what the great deal was, and I did not get the great deal. And I tried calling him, he wouldn't answer his phone. I sent him a vicious, angry email, and he wrote me back, "No, that's not true. I'm really good at what I do." And then I had to go to his supervisor and talk to him, and he kept calling me. I call him, and he'd say, "Yeah, I'll fix it." He never did. I had to walk into a stupid Comcast service center and get it done. And I brought Basil the Boxer. And he was as mad as I. And they finally gave it to me. But still, what the point was with the cord cutting is that in Florida, my mom, who smokes way too much, and I've always wanted her to stop. And I hate going to Florida and smelling all that cigarette smoke at her house. It just upsets me. And it's the cause of all of her health problems. It will be the cause of all her health problems. Ugh! Why do people smoke? Seriously. Why? Cord cutting. So she sits there and watches the 6 o'clock news and gets this much news. I'm making a very small, like I'm picking up an ant. And then, like, this many commercials. And I got my hands stretched as far out as you could possibly see. They're going from one end of America to the other. That many commercials, political ads, and all these different candidates. And who wins? DeSantis, who uses racial slurs like monkeying. I don't know if you heard that, but he said that. And, he didn't mean it. How many... I've not used the words monkeying around since... I guess I was dressed as a monkey for Halloween. I didn't want to dress as a bear. I didn't want to How come any animal you mention now has some kind of charged social thing to it? Bears, monkeys, lemurs. Oh, that's the worst one of all. Go! What does a lemur refer to? Absolutely nothing. War. And so what happened is that I decided to cut the cord, and I only want internet. That's all I need is internet. And AT&T, I did check out their deals. I got a mailer from them, and I'm looking at. You set me up with fiber optics. This is cool. I can do fiber optics if I want to switch from Comcast. Okay, let's see. Where's the internet only deal? Internet only deal. I'm looking down the page, looking down the mailer. Look at no internet only deal. They want to bundle me up with all this crap I don't need. Fine. Goodbye, AT&T. And eventually, Comcast. So that's a thing. When you live in an area where you've got fiber optics, though, it is something to consider, because that is supposedly the fastest of the fast. Is Gilliam going to beat the racist DeSantis in November? I don't know. But Gilliam is got the Ocasio. What? Alexa? Alexa? Did I just turn on your Alexa? I apologize if I just did. Oh, here's this Alexa wants to say something.
Jeff Bezos is watching you.
Uh-oh. So what happens is that we go outside a Café Anyway. We're bringing Mike's Daily Podcast somewhere in Podcaster Valley. And what happens is that, so Gilliam is kind of more along the lines of a more progressive Democrat, which I think is what we're going to see in 2020. We're going to see 2020. Are we going to call it 2020, or are we going to say 2020? I'm liking the 2000 in front of everything, even though it's an extra couple syllables. What the hell? So Cortez, thank you. So Gilliam is more like her in the Democrat world. And DeSantis is wrapping himself up in the Trump flag. And, this whole thing.
President Putin was extremely strong and powerful.
So wrapping himself up with that. In fact, he did a political ad where he's teaching his kid how to build a wall. Here, Johnny, this is how we build a wall. Mm-hmm.
I would build a great wall, and nobody builds walls better than me, believe me. And I'll build them very inexpensively.
I like in that sound clip, there's a guy in the back going, great! Build a wall, great! Use my money and build a wall, Trump! Good!
Nobody ever told me that politics was going to be so much fun.
Amazon, Alexa, cord cutting. We had a lot of technical talk today. I do love that whoever that president is, Erdogan, wants to ban Apple. I wish everyone would ban Apple. I am so sick of Apple. Apple is just, oh, God. And this guy I work with loves Apple, wraps himself up in the Apple flag. Apple can't do any wrong. Apple this, Apple that. Their phones are so expensive, and they will continue to be more expensive. We need to be smart. Here's the thing. Outside of Café Anyway. Vote with your pocketbook. With your credit card, with whatever it is you pay with. and your debit card and vote, and don't buy Apple products. Don't, because all they're doing is shooting their prices up because idiots pay it. Idiots pay those huge prices. Well, you get the exact same thing on Android phones. Now, I wish there would be a third or fourth or fifth smartphone developer of stuff. There actually are more smartphone developers, but they unfortunately all use the Android operating system. I'm saying there should be more operating systems. I don't know what I'm saying, basically, at this point, because it's Friday, and I got a weekend ahead. But I tell you, all I said in the cartoon yesterday is how I love manatees, and not Paul Manafort, and that I left Facebook for a week and didn't even notice. It was, I checked the notifications, nothing. All it said was, oh, you missed someone's birthday. Who cares? If they're that important to me, I will call them up and wish them a happy birthday myself. Facebook is the big... Okay, I'm going to rail against Facebook, and I hate Apple. And I love apples, though, in general. So delicious. Yeah. And Facebook is an idiot.
Drop the just Facebook.
And I love how in all this talk about John McCain, you can't not talk about John McCain. Wait, double negatives confuse me. Everybody talking about John McCain has to talk about the fact that Trump sucks. Trump is the absolute antithesis to what John McCain was. And they're both Republican, but John McCain is like, let's try and work together. Let's try, even though he had a temper, John McCain, and he knew what he wanted, and he fought Obama tooth and nail, but he defended Obama when somebody got up and with the town hall, they grabbed that microphone and they go, because Obama is a Muslim and he's from Islamia, and McCain's like, no, ma'am, Obama is not, no, and corrected her, and Obama said,
I appreciate that.
John McCain did that. When that exact same thing happened at a Trump rally, Trump was like, oh yeah, he's total Muslim. We're looking into it right now. We got all the proof that he's a Muslim and he wasn't born in America. Just that kind of ridiculousness.
I'm really rich.
Is what's happening. So my point is, John McCain, in remembering him, it's irritating the crap out of Trump supporters. And now we've got this big block on Mr. DeSantis in Florida because of his racial remark. And we got this big blotchity blotch on cable companies that are charging for all I want is your stupid internet. That's all I want. And all I want is a 3-day weekend. Hey, you got one. Ding! Where's my ding? I need a ding, ding, ding sound effect, which I have right.
I'm dead sexy.
Oh, that's on it. Which I have right here. Is this it? No, it's just a ding. I want the ding, ding.
Where's the beef?
No, ding. It's the. You know, I think we're gonna have to go without the ding.
We're going to eat cookie.
No. Okay. Well.
Yep.
I think it's the end of the show. Yeah. Oh, thank you. I was getting a little obsessive compulsive there. But don't let that be a blotch on your 3-day weekend. I hope it's a great 3-day weekend. Thank you for listening to the show. Next show, it'll be the wonderful Chely Shoehart, Floyd the Floorman, John Deere the engineer. Hopefully we'll do a Monday Memorial Day show. We'll see. I might just fall asleep all day. We'll see who sees that. That was fun. And that was episode 1696. 1696. It's sort of like almost a satanic number, but not really. 1696, almost there to 1700, my friend. Episode 1700. Hey, no commercials at the beginning or end of this podcast. Oh, wait, I lied. Mike'sDailyPodcast.com. Check it out, because that's where I have all my podcast pictures, including the one today. Oh, which I didn't even say. Oh, let's make it from the Florida trip. I will do one from Lake Chabot soon, but the Florida trip one will go with this beautiful... Oh my gosh. That's lovely. What is that? Oh wow, that's the beautiful Orlando airport. It's got this cool big thing. Wait, huh? Alright, we'll go with that one. Or should I do the lightning one? Yes, we'll do the lightning picture, if I can find that. Something from Orlando airport, where all this went down with the DeSantis and the Gilliam recently. Yeah, we'll do that. Enjoy it at mikesdailypodcast.com.
Mike's Daily Podcast is written and produced and performed by Mike Matthews. His podcast is super easy to find. Download or listen to his show and read his blog at mikesdailypodcast.com. Email Mike now at mikesdailypodcast@gmail.com. See you tomorrow. Bye!